Welcome to BoxersandBrawlers.com here in San Antonio. And on the line, we got Christian Chimpa Gonzalez, which this Thursday night, he'll be back in action as part of Golden Boy's LA Fight Club. Christian, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Christian, you're a 19-year-old super featherweight. You're young and you're hungry. How do you feel, man?
I feel very excited, ready to go, man. I just can't wait for Thursday.
Chimpa, where did you get that nickname from? What does it mean?
Chimpanzee.
So you're a chimpanzee, huh?
When you, it's chimpanzee. My mom got it, when kids, at a young age, they hear music, they dance at a certain way. And when I was 1 year old, every time I would hear music, I would dance like a chimpanzee. I would put my hands up there and I would start doing circles. So, and my mom was like, "Oh my God, look, Chimpa."
So you're a pretty active guy then, huh?
Ever since I was a little kid, yeah.
Hey, Christian, you're 9-0, 9 knockouts, 7 of them in the first round. What type of style would you consider yourself?
I like coming forward, man. I like the true Mexicans. They come to fight. My first, all my fights have been by knockout, and we come to fight. Like, we don't come to run. We don't come. We come to fight. What people like to see. You like to see action. We try to get people excited. Exciting fights. And like I said, I come to fight.
All in the first round, like you said. How do you approach your training? Do you still train to fight more than 4, 6 rounds? What are you going now?
Oh yeah, I'm fighting 6 rounds. But ever since all my fights, we always train to fight. We're fighting 6 rounds. This time around, so we're sparring in the gym 8, 9 rounds. So we always come. We're always very well prepared, and the knockout, if it comes, it's gonna come. But we're always ready, to fight all 6 rounds. If you saw my last fight, the fight went 6 rounds. I stopped him in the last round. But we weren't tired. We were in really good shape.
You felt good. You felt good in the 6th round.
Yeah, first time actually fighting that 6 rounds, and I felt good. I didn't get tired. I was good. Everything was under control. And so, like I said, the first 7 fights, they were in the knockout the first round, but we were always very well prepared. And for this fight, we're very well prepared. And if the knockout comes, it'll come.
Hey, and do you know who your opponent is going to be yet?
I don't really know. I just know he's from Houston, Texas, Hayes, and that's pretty much what I know about him.
Does that worry you in any way that you don't know anything about your opponent, or will you adjust in the ring?
It does and it doesn't, but we ever since I started boxing, we always go to different gyms all the time. So for this preparation, I sparred probably with 10 different sparring partners. Sometimes we would have 3 different sparring partners a week. We a little bit of everything. We would spar with guys that would run, guys that like to stay there and fight, guys that like to hug a lot, things like that.
Yeah.
So, since we don't know much about them, so we gotta be prepared whenever it comes. And we did have good sparring, we had enough rounds, and so we'll see what he comes with on Thursday.
Let me ask you something, Christian. You mentioned you're a come-forward brawler Mexican style. Do you ever, in the ring, don't feel like you gotta adjust your style? Have you ever felt that you have to change your style because somebody's doing something different, moving? Or do you remain in your focus doing your style and make them adjust to you?
Well, we haven't gone to that, that particular, that I have to, we have to do like the adjustment. But we're aware of that. We at the gym, we practice. Okay, if a guy that I feel is stronger than me, and we're gonna have to change up and move around, box a little bit. But but we always come in with 1 or 2, 2 different plans. If the guy's a little stronger or likes to move a lot, we will have to adjust and change our game plan.
Hey, Christian, and you mentioned you sparred with a lot of different fighters and a lot of different places. Who's training you, and how do you feel with your trainer?
Well, it's family business. You know, I was working with my brother, export champion. I was working with him for a year and a half, but unfortunately he went back to Mexico. And so I'm now working with my brother and my dad as they're my trainer, assistant, coach, and an assistant, my dad.
And his name is?
Gonzalez, junior and senior.
Oh, so you're a second-generation fighter?
Yeah. I have a brother, Gonzalez, former WBC world champion. Come from boxing family.
Do you feel any added pressure to have to become champion?
Not really. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the critics are going to be all the time, you know, but I try not to focus on that. You know, I try to give the best performances I can with no pressure or all this, or, you know, I go in there with zero pressure and try to do the best that I can.
Well, here in San Antonio, Christian, we all wish you the best of luck. We'll be watching Thursday. Hopefully you can have another spectacular showing. And thank you very much for joining Boxers and Brawlers here in San Antonio.
No, thank you very much.